Hi there, this is Kristy from exerciseauthorities.com, and I'm here to answer a question about whey protein. Today I received an email, and a lot of times I get these emails, and it's much easier to answer them vocally than it is for me to type out all the information. So to touch on the basics on my viewpoints about whey protein is, protein's a protein. Whether you're looking to get your protein from meats, from plant sources, whatever the case might be, it's a preference. So I don't add whey protein to my nutritional plan just because it's something that goes along with fitness. I don't believe that's the case. Whey protein for me ends up being a supplement to the aspect that when I'm with a client, I can't necessarily be chewing on a steak and, eating some broccoli, if you get what I'm saying. So whey protein ends up being something of convenience. It also ends up being something that I have people use either pre or post workout, or sometimes both. It just depends on their protein needs. Now, when I look at the profile of whey protein on a label, what I usually want to see is virtually no sugars whatsoever. That's the first thing I look for. Secondly, I look at the fats. The purer a protein is, the less the fat content will be and the higher the grams of protein. So you kind of want to take a look at your label, make sure that the carbohydrates are extremely low and preferably without any sugar at all. And you want to make sure that the fats are low as well. So it should pretty much just be protein. The other thing I look at too is, is it something that's going to taste good? If not, it's probably something I'm not going to want to use. So I have found that the purer the protein, usually the worse the taste. Now, until somebody can bring me a product that is a very pure protein that tastes reasonable, I'm going to generally try to go toward the midline. And what I mean by that is the proteins that I'll select, I will also be looking at taste. Is taste tolerable for me? And I've found that the middle of the road types of proteins are going to have a little bit of carbohydrates to them and maybe a little higher fats. But that's just something that at this level in my particular game, I'm not going to get too crazy about a couple extra carbs and fats. Now, if I were trying to stay super lean, I would eat lettuce coated with the worst whey protein on the planet just to stay lean. But it depends on whether I'm going to allow myself to have things that taste a little bit better. So hope that helps. I didn't get into brand names here, just because I am not one to be brand specific. However, when I find something I like, I will usually stick with it. And if somebody asks me what it is I like, I'll gladly tell them. However, those are just the informational guidelines. I don't endorse any particular product. I myself do use the BSN Syntha 6 at this present time, but it does have a little higher carbohydrate. However, the flavor is really good, and it mixes with water very easily, and it's not gritty and a lot of those texture-oriented things that some of you may be concerned about. So that's just my particular take. Other than that, I have used Optimum Nutrition. You can find that at a lot of the GNCs and things. There are many, many, many proteins out there. So just do your best to look at the label, factor in what you want to pay, and see what works best for you. If you want to go with a very pure whey protein, I would suggest contacting or finding a milk processing plant. So for instance, since we're in north central Wisconsin, I would tell my clients to go to Mullins Cheese and get pure whey. They do sell it. It's really inexpensive. However, it tastes absolutely horrible, in my opinion. So it would be up to you if that's what you're trying to seek, pure of the pure or something middle of the road that you can actually tolerate. Good luck and enjoy your protein. This is Kristy from exerciseauthorities.com. Thanks for listening.